here's what we're going to use. This is a little gram scale. I'm going to sell them for about $15, but you can get them pretty cheap on Amazon if you're in the US. In Canada, you know, you can order them from US or China or whatever, but I sell them for $15. Really good to have. All you do is, now we're going to get out our card here, and this is giving us the amount of weight we want. So I'm going to do 2 cups, and I'm going to do the red. I call it MC1 red, and I'm going to do 2 cups. So I will need 0.16 gram of chocolate brown, but I know that it's a smidgen, like that's, so I can just do put 2 smidgens in the cup, or I can do 0.16 grams. So what you want to do to make this go to 0 is you put your cup on there, like so. Turn it on. Now it'll calibrate itself to 0. So whatever I add into this now will be the actual weight. So I'm going to do 2 pinches. So it's saying 0.24, so I'm just going to take a touch out, and I'm looking for 16. There we go. A little bit too much. I didn't level it off, remember, so okay. That's 15. That's close enough. I mean, when you're talking about a tenth of a gram, it really doesn't make much difference. So now that I know that that's in there, I can either turn this off, which I'll do, and then I can turn it back on and put 2.2 grams of the red in there. Now the brown is already in there. You can do them separate. You just have to be a little more careful here, because in case you have to scoop some out. Okay, so let's see, 1. It's at 1.46. I'm just doing a little bit at a time. You'll get to know your dyes after a while and know. So that's 1.92, there's 2, 2.18, so I want just a touch, 220, 226, so I went a touch over, so I'm just going to take that out, 2.23, there we go, 220. I hope you can see that on there. Can you see the actual reading? I'm hoping so. It says 220. I'm not going to touch anything. So I put this in a smaller lightweight cup, turn that off, move it out of the way, and since it's 2 cups, I'm going to measure in a separate 2-cup measure. That way I know that all of this 2 cups will go into that jar. And I'll be using it to rinse out this little bit in this cup too. Here, that's a 2-cup mark. And I know that I've put in 0.16, I don't know where this is here. Here, I know that I put in 0.16 gram of brown and 2.2 of red. That makes 2 cups of my red solution. So I'll put a little in here and stir it around. Give it a good stir. I want to get everything in there. A little more water. I'm hoping that this you're able to see this, I'm hoping. And then it's going into this jar here. Now there's lots of dye left in there, so I'm using out of the same 2 cups again. Just going to. You could use a bigger container, like I could have done this in the jar if I wanted to, but. Woo! Okay. Try to get it in the jar. So now, this is basically just kind of rinsing what's in there. These are not good pouring jars, obviously. And then there's the final bit there. See how I got everything and rinsed it? Made a mess, but... So that's all it is for that jar. Now this solution will work with any of the color-coded cards that have the red in it. And what I probably will do is take a piece of this tape, like so, and put it on that jar as well. Just so that I can, there we go. Can you see this? There. Now I won't. And I'll do the same with the other colors. That's all there is to that.